That's Sergio Perez coming across Lewis Hamilton. Not happy, and race control have noted it for potentially impeding.
What the is this idiot doing?
Yeah, that's well out of his way.
Yeah, no sweat.
Carlos Sainz comes across the line. Can he get ahead? And he can, to demote Perez into the drop zone. Another fastest final sector, to the surprise of the gentleman alongside me.
I thought he might have been under pressure for the bottom 5 and he went to the top spot. That's how much the track is coming towards them now.
And Leclerc goes into second position, so it's about your timing as you come over the line. And now Russell has a chance to go fastest and does so. Track really rubbering in aggressively as we make our way through this session. Currently in the drop zone, needing a clean lap, needing an improvement. A man fighting for his Formula One future, even though he's got a 2-year contract. Sergio Perez coming across the line, and he goes fastest as well. Perez, Russell, Sainz and Leclerc all finding an improvement when they needed to.
That's P1 through to next Q2.
Yeah, but we waste a set, so please.
Yeah, we
For
can.
worse than that, I've been penalized, so I don't expect any less.
Yeah, we control what we control. It has been reported.
Daniel Ricciardo, Esteban Ocon and the two Saubers, Bottas ahead of Joe, go out, and Sargent did not take part in the session. They're the 5 to go at the end of Q1. Big lap for Sergio Perez, delivers when he needed to. 4th position for the Red Bull driver, ahead of Max Verstappen, who remains in the pit lane. Alonso and Sainz now in the drop zone with the early efforts from those as the checkered flag being prepared. Alex Albon, enormous leap forward, gets to 5th.
Stroll's quickest in the first sector though, so expect to see him nibble his way back forward. Alonso, a couple of tenths down on him.
Hamilton's first sector's very ordinary as well, and he's down to 10th place. He's finding a chunk in the middle.
You can change that. Hamilton now drops down to 11th. He's there with Charles Leclerc. Stroll on a good lap as well. Let's see if you can see it through to the end. Fastest of anyone in the first sector. Improvement, middle sector. Add it all up, and it goes to 4th for the Aston Martin driver, Lance Stroll. The driver at risk is Carlos Sainz. Can Hamilton find the time? No! Hamilton, who looked so strong before the summer break, 2 times a winner in the last 3 Grand Prix, out as Charles Leclerc goes to 6th position, and his teammate knocked out as a result as well. Sainz and Hamilton find themselves heading out in the second part of qualifying. The bottom 5, Hülkenberg ahead of Magnussen, Tsunoda in 13th, and the big story, Sainz and Hamilton fall at the second hurdle. First over the line, Oscar Piastri will put a time on the board. Lando Norris going very quickly behind. McLaren trying to do what they did in Budapest and lock out the front row. Piastri, a 1:10.1. Max Verstappen, we're on board with the World Championship leader, trying to respond. He's just behind, less than 0.03 of a second.
And as Norris goes for the line, he's made a bit of a mistake in the middle sector.
Norris across the line and ahead of Piastri and Verstappen. He had enough to get ahead after that mistake in the middle part of the lap. Norris, Piastri, Verstappen, the top 3. Charles Leclerc cannot get on terms with any of them. He's 0.6 of a second behind Lando Norris in the Scarlet Ferrari. Through the banked final corner, the 14th and final corner of this racetrack. Where does Russell go as he comes across the line behind the 2 McLarens and Max Verstappen? He goes to 4th. Okay, this is when it's all on the line. 2 minutes to go. Pole position at the Dutch Grand Prix. Up for grabs. Can Max Verstappen take it once again? He's looking for a chance to step forward. And the Dutch driver has an opportunity all over the curbs there as we attack. 90 seconds to go. We're on board with him. He's looking for a personal best in the first sector. It is a personal best, but it's not on terms with what the McLaren's been able to manage.
Yeah, full commitment through 7. Just beautiful to hear. Just a small lift and dragging the speed off through that turn. But visibly working the wheel in these lower speed corners. Let's see if he can keep it tidy. Yeah, that was actually not a bad drive off this middle part of the lap. But Norris has lowered the lap time possible in the first sector again.
Oh, hanging on to it, Max Verstappen trying to scrub the speed off. He's got the fastest middle sector of anyone so far. Can he give himself an opportunity to force the McLarens to respond? Verstappen hanging on to it all the way through the lap, trying to make it 4 pole positions in a row, and he's home race, and that time is good enough to bring a cheer from the grandstands. He will force the McLarens to respond. Here is Lando Norris, who takes it back and then some. By 0.3 of a second, is Lando Norris heading to a 4th career pole position, or will it be a first for Oscar Piastri?
Well, Piastri's a little bit down in that first sector. We do know there's enough of the middle part and final part of the lap to pull it back, but doesn't have quite the same confidence in that high-speed section. Rides the curb as he runs it down into this little chicane-like 11-12. Nice little camber change there again to continue the roller coaster ride that is Zandvoort.
Well, Lando Norris looks like he's on the brink of a 4th career pole position in Formula One. Oscar Piastri is trying to join his teammate on the front row. Can McLaren lock out the front row, or will it be Verstappen? No! 3rd place for Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen was quicker by about 0.5 of a second, and it's Norris in the box seat. Russell not improving in the middle part of the lap. Add it all together, it should be a step forward for the British driver, currently in P5. Perez is in 4th. He was. Russell moves to 4th position, and it is Lando Norris and Max Verstappen who will resume battle on the front row in Formula One. By the standards of this season, that is a dominant pole position. Lando Norris takes pole for the Dutch Grand Prix. He's 3.5 of a second ahead. For just the 4th time in Formula One, it's Lando Norris at the front of the field.
Lovely work. Well done, nice job.
And confirm that it's pole. Well done.
And this is our qualifying result as Formula One returns and Lando Norris returns to pole position.